what had happened, I was working at an agency and as a counsellor, and I had a new client come in one Saturday that I was there, and as I usually do, I went out to greet my client, to take her in, and she sort of stood aback and said to me, "Oh, you know, the agency didn't tell me that you were black." And I just sort of stood there. I was quite taken aback by what she'd said. And then she said it again. She said, "The agency didn't tell me you were black." And then I said to her, "Well, you know, is it going to be a problem?" And then she just kept saying, "I didn't know, you know, I didn't know that you were black." And then I said to her, "Well, I can arrange then for somebody else to see you." I said, "It's not a problem." And she said to me, "Well, the reason why she's saying this is because she had an experience with a black man and a traumatic experience, and she felt like she couldn't work with me." And then in the end she said to me, "Oh, we'll just carry on anyway." She says, "It doesn't matter, we'll carry on anyway." And I said to her, "Well, you know, are you sure?" And she says, "Yeah, we'll carry on anyway." So we went in and we had the session, but obviously she wasn't comfortable and I didn't feel comfortable because I was just taken aback with everything. And as a result of that, I didn't see her again after that. And it just made me think then, you know, because it was the first time really that I'd ever thought about, you know, me being black as a counsellor. You know, I'd never thought about it before. And it just made me wonder really whether other black or even Asian counsellors have been through a similar experience to me. Some counsellors felt when they met with white clients for the first time, there was like a shock reaction, which made them think, which made them wonder, you know, is it me or is it my colour? But, you know, but there was sometimes always like a surprise when they saw them. So quite a few of my counsellors, you know, the counsellors I interviewed said that. Also, counsellors felt on training courses, their race had been overlooked. You know, they felt like they were treated, you know, everybody was just treated the same. There was no consideration given to the fact that they were different, and the diversity element on the course, you know, that wasn't sort of tailor-made. Well, not tailor-made, but wasn't sort of enough for what they needed really.
And that feels quite surprising because we spend a lot of time talking about diversity. And you're always saying that actually in the training we don't notice the diversity in the group even when it's there.
And I mean, in some ways, for that to be said, that's, you know, it's good in some ways that people say they don't notice the diversity, but when you think of something like colour blindness, where people do, you know, it is there, you know, so it should be acknowledged and it should be mentioned. I think the counsellors felt, you know, a bit isolated in the fact that, you know, their colour, their race wasn't acknowledged on the courses, and there was nothing on the courses to prepare them for going out there and working with white clients. All the research that had been done involving a black counsellor were all American. There was nothing British at all. And I think the only one I found was a Canadian study that had been done, and then everything else was American. But I think it is important, and yeah, it is an important area, and I do hope that there is more research done into it in the future to enable institutions then to be able to have, you know, something there, some guidance in moving forward with this area.
And I think, you know, one of the key things of research is it helps us to learn what we don't know. It helps us to ask questions with an open mind, and then to be surprised. I've been very surprised by the results that Beverly got. And that then becomes a springboard for discussion and learning in group training that we wouldn't be having if the research hadn't taken place.